Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We got 12 matchups on this NBA slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Go ahead and hop in my premium private Discord, guys. Sign up in the description below. Love to have you guys in there. That's where I'm posting all my parlays, player props every day. So love to have you be a part of the team in there. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate today, starting with the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Indiana Pacers. Bucks opening up as a 3.5-point road favorite with the over-under at 257.5. Bucks coming into this matchup 24-9. The Pacers 18-15. Head-to-head, Bucks 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Don't see any major injuries here. Bucks, they just lost to the Pacers 122-113. They really blew that last game. Pacers on a 4-game winning streak. Milwaukee 1-4-1 covering against the Pacers. They've definitely struggled covering against the Pacers. They've been good against the Pacers, but man, they really blew last game. And yeah, Pacers play them very good. And I think I gotta take the Pacers plus 3.5 at home. I think it's a good spot for them. Next matchup, we got the Washington Wizards versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs opening up as a 9.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 239.5. Wizards coming into this matchup 6-26. The Cavs 18-15. Head-to-head, Cleveland 3-0 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. Don't see any major injuries here. Washington coming off an Atlanta loss. Cleveland on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a Toronto loss. Washington 1-7 on the road, 1-5 against Cleveland. They haven't been very good against Cleveland. 2-5 covering against Cleveland. And I think it's a good spot for the Cavs at home against the struggling Wizards team. Give me Cavs minus 9.5 in money line at home. Next matchup, we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Atlanta Hawks. OKC opening up as a 1-point road favorite with the over-under at 248. Thunder coming into this matchup 23-9. The Hawks 13-19. Head-to-head, the Thunder 2-1 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. Don't see any major injuries in this matchup here. OKC coming off a nice Boston win yesterday. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now. Atlanta coming off a Washington win. OKC 7-2-1 covering on the road, 14-5 covering on the road against Atlanta. We're going to see if they rest anybody coming off that big Boston game yesterday. I think that's might be why the line is the way it is. We're going to see who is sitting out for the Thunder. But for me, as long as SGA plays, I like the Thunder money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Brooklyn Nets versus the Houston Rockets. Houston opening up as a 5.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 222. Nets coming into this matchup 15-19. Houston 16-15. Head-to-head, Brooklyn 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Brooklyn on a 4-game losing streak, coming off a bad Pelicans loss yesterday. Houston coming off a nice Detroit win. But yeah, Brooklyn 0-7 covering on the road, 1-4 covering against Houston. Houston 13-4 at home, where they play very good basketball here. And yeah, not in love with what we saw from the Nets yesterday. They might be resting some people coming off a back-to-back. Give me the Rockets minus 5.5 in money line at home. Next matchup, we got the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota opening up as a 6.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 222.5. Pelicans coming into this matchup 20-14. Minnesota 24-8. Head-to-head, Minnesota 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Pelicans on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a Brooklyn win. Minnesota coming off a Knicks loss. We're going to see if the Pelicans are resting anybody coming off a back-to-back. I feel like maybe someone like Zion, Brandon Ingram could be sitting tonight. Pelicans 1-4 against Minnesota. They haven't been very good against Minnesota here. Minnesota 7-0 at home. They've been playing very well at home here. And I just fear the Pelicans are going to be resting some people coming off the back-to-back. If they don't rest anybody, give me Pelicans plus 6.5 on the road. But if they do rest either Zion or McCollum or anyone, I think I'm going to take Minnesota minus 6.5 in money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Raptors versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies opening up as a 1-point home favorite with the over-under at 229. Raptors coming into this matchup 13-20. The Grizzlies 11-22. Head-to-head, Toronto 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Toronto coming off a Cleveland win. Memphis coming off a big Spurs win last night. We'll see if they choose to rest anybody. Especially John Morant got a little banged up last game. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, in a pick'em scenario, for me, as long as John Morant plays, give me the Grizzlies money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Bulls versus the New York Knicks. Knicks opening up as a 9.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 220.5. Bulls coming into this matchup 15-20. The Knicks 18-15. Head-to-head, the Knicks are 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Chicago coming off a Philly loss yesterday. The Knicks coming off a Minnesota win. See if Chicago's going to rest anybody coming off a back-to-back. Chicago 4-10 covering on the road against New York. 5-10 covering against New York. They have not been very good against the Knicks. Yeah, I just don't like Chicago without Vooch. And Knicks looked very good. Getting OG Anunoby looked very good in his Knicks debut for New York here. And yeah, I think I'm going to take the Knicks minus 9.5 in money line at home. Next matchup, we've got the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas opening up as an 11.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 237.5. Blazers coming into this matchup 9-23. Dallas 19-15. Head-to-head, Dallas 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. No DeAndre Ayton for Portland. I got a couple other guys questionable as well. No Dante Exum for the Mavs. Portland coming off a bad Phoenix loss. They did lose to Dallas by 11 in their last meeting. Dallas coming off just a miserable Utah game. Not sure what happened in that loss. And I just don't know if I could trust the Mavs. It's a lot of points. Mavs have not been playing well. They did. But their wins, all 4 of their wins in the last 10 games have been by 11 or more points. So I think we're going to get a big Mavs game at home here today. So not in love with the points, but they've been getting double-digit wins in most of their wins. Give me Mavs minus 11.5 in money line at home. Next matchup, we get the Detroit Pistons versus the Utah Jazz. Jazz opening up as an 8.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 239.5. Pistons coming into this matchup 3-30. The Jazz 15-19. Head-to-head, Utah 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Detroit 1-9 in their last 10. Coming off a Houston loss. Utah playing pretty well, 5-1 in their last 6. They did just beat Detroit a couple games ago by 8. Detroit 2-13 against Utah, 1-6 on the road against Utah. And yeah, I like the Jazz. Give me Jazz minus 8.5 in money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Phoenix Suns. Clippers opening up as a 3.5-point road favorite with the over-under at 232. Clippers coming into this matchup 20-12. The Suns 18-15. Head-to-head, Phoenix 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Clippers on a 3-game winning streak coming off a Miami win. Phoenix on a 4-game winning streak coming off a Portland win. No Kevin Durant for Phoenix, and don't see any injuries for the Clippers here. And yeah, Phoenix 1-6 covering at home. I like the Clippers here. They look like they're fully healthy coming into this. And the Suns are just aren't going to be the same team without Kevin Durant. So give Give me Clippers -3.5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Miami Heat versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers opening up as a 5.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 227.5. Heat coming into this matchup 19-14. The Lakers 18-17. Head-to-head Miami 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. No Jimmy Butler for Miami. No Caleb Martin. No D'Angelo Russell for the Lakers. That definitely hurts their depth a bit. And no Rui. So both teams dealing with some massive injuries here. Miami on a 2-game losing streak coming off a Clippers loss. Lakers on a 2-game losing streak coming off a Pelicans loss. But we've seen the Heat. They've been able to win without Jimmy Butler. I'm not too concerned with Miami, but I am concerned with the Lakers. You know, losing Russell, Rui, two key guys there on that team. Miami 5-2 against the Lakers. I just think it's been pretty much Bam and Tyler Herro show for Miami. Yeah, give me the Heat +5.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Orlando Magic versus the Sacramento Kings. Kings opening up as a 5-point home favorite with the over-under at 231. Magic coming into this matchup 19-14. The Kings 19-13. Head-to-head, the Kings 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. And pretty dominant there. Orlando going to be missing some players. Orlando coming off a 6-point Warriors loss. Sacramento coming off a very bad Charlotte loss. Yeah, blew that Charlotte game yesterday. That was very disappointing. Magic 1-5 against Sacramento. They haven't been very good head-to-head against Sacramento here. 4-9 against Sacramento covering. Yeah, Sacramento really sold yesterday, and Magic played very good against the Warriors. Much better team than the Hornets that they're going to face. Yeah, give me the Magic +5 on the road here. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.